Hey guys, this is Madelyn Morrison here, but you can call me Maddie for short if you want. Today I'm going to be explaining my child abuse backstory. While it may be true that I moved on from my child abuse, it's still a traumatizing and blemishing mark of my life that can never be erased because the damage is already done. But let's get to my story. So back in 2019, when I was 13 years old, towards the end of my 7th grade year, I got detention for fighting with another student at school. On that same day the principal gave me a detention. My mom took it to a whole new level by giving me a belt beating for an hour straight. Although I learned my lesson not to do it, my mom still didn't believe me, and she gave me worse punishments, such as forcing me to hold heavy items above my head for hours, locked me in my room for hours without me escaping, and I couldn't even escape from the window since it would cost my entire life, and she always locked it, turning the heater in my room to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, which is equivalent to 38 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Fahrenheit in the winter, also known as minus 18 degrees Celsius, taking away warm clothing or blankets whenever it's cold, forced me to hold a humiliating message in school to get others to laugh to me, using shame tactics against me, forcing me to read my diary out loud at school and get everyone to humiliate me, and giving me demanding chores such as forcing me to clean the floor with a toothbrush, carrying heavy objects up and down stairs repeatedly, assigning outdoor work until I was perfectly done, making me mow the lawn in extreme weather, and the most disgusting punishment was forcing me to brush my teeth with the same toothbrush I used to clean the floor with. She also used up the hot water for me, so that I could shower only in cold water. The cold water problem didn't only affect me. It also affected my siblings and my father. She even sent me to an abusive military school which lasted throughout the summer, which caused me to become a bad troublemaker. I didn't even have a good summer of 2019 or 2020. She gave me so many brutal punishment days and dragged my father and my siblings to help out with the punishments. But the worst punishment day I ever got was on my 15th birthday. The punishments included being forced to walk on glass, doing the demanding and disgusting chores, being embarrassed on social media, reading out loud my diary on video, but the worst punishments I got were getting raped, and my mom forcing me to strip myself so that she could take a video of me naked, and she even kicked me out of my house. She even dragged my father and my siblings into the punishment day. I was so traumatized that I jumped off my roof and attempted suicide and ended up in the hospital. Luckily, I survived my suicide attempt, and to my surprise, my older sister, Evelyn, was the one called the ambulance on me to get me to the hospital. And then, my dad and siblings came to the hospital and apologized for giving me a punishment day, and my dad even said that he didn't want to execute the punishment day at all, and explained that my mom manipulated him to help her out, but I wasn't ready to forgive him. He also got my mom arrested and divorced her. You want to know a fun fact? My sister, Evelyn's, birthday is the day after mine, on March 1st, but she was born in 2005, while I was born in 2006. Since my brutal punishment day took place on February 28, 2021, the following day, on March 1, 2021, my sister was very sad because she didn't have a good sweet 16 due to me being in the hospital to my injuries, and she felt bad for me. I had to stay in the hospital for about a week, and I had to miss online school that entire week. And to be fair, I also felt bad for my older sister that she didn't have a good sweet 16 due to my absence, especially since I bond very well with her. However, on March 6, 2021, an amazing thing happened. I got discharged from the hospital and my dad and sister took me back home, but I had to use a wheelchair. You want to know what happened? When I got home, it was a surprise 15th birthday party for me and a surprise 16th birthday party for my sister, Evelyn. I was so delighted and happy that I was celebrating my 15th birthday along with my sister's sweet 16. Not only were me and my sister celebrating our birthdays, two of my best friends, Sylvia Valentine and Alexander McCormick, were also celebrating their birthdays. Those two were also turning 15, just like me, although Sylvia's birthday is on March 1st while Alexander's birthday is on the 6th. Even though Sylvia is a troublemaker, she still deserves a happy birthday regardless. This birthday party was organized by my own father, who made it up for me due to the punishment day I had to suffer through. The surprise birthday party was a blast for me and I really enjoyed it. but it was still considered bittersweet for me because of the punishment day I had to go through. Nevertheless, I enjoyed my birthday party. And eventually, my fractured legs recovered by mid-April 2021, and I was able to start walking well again. In May 2021, as I was ending my freshman year of high school, I decided to improve my behavior and apologize to everybody I messed with or hurt, and I told them about my backstory. And they all forgave me and understood what I went through, and I was no longer a troublemaker and more people became friends with me. But anyways, that's all for my child abuse backstory. As of 2021, I'm having a much better life without my mother and have a cheerful attitude. She not only victimized me, but my siblings too. And make sure to stay away from her because she has proven to be a child abuser and pedophile and might target you. Not only am I a victim of her, my siblings are also victims of her, since she also abused them, although I was abused the most by her, and she also supports child abuse. She also possessed child pornography, making her a pedophile, killed over 100 people, including minors, raped my 8-year-old cousin to death while babysitting her. And she is also the main reason why my family nearly fell apart. And Kristine Morrison, if you are seeing this, and I don't care if I am calling you by your real name because you don't have custody of me anymore. Put the fries in the bag, you've been grilled since 2021. Say Kristine, I hear you like 'em young, you better not ever go to cell block 1, to any bitch that talk to him and they in love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tummy chub's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now, and Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover woman, certified pedophiles, wop 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 dot fuck him up, wop 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff while you trolling like a bitch. Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor. They not like us, 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 they not like us. I'm so glad you're out of my life. Now I won't have to deal with any trauma because of you. And don't even think about trying to come back and harming me ever again. I will never ever forgive you for what you did to me and my siblings, you female version of P. Diddy and EDP 445. You are exactly like Keisha and Sean Gravely, who are Lamar's former parents, Philip Dawson, who is Dylan's father, Chris Gonzalez's parents, Javier Orozco's parents, Allison Walton's parents, and Paper Luigi 99's and Harry Strack's versions of Caillou's parents. You better be lucky that my suicide attempt failed back on February 28, 2021, which was my 15th birthday, because had it been successful, you would have been executed, and I honestly still think you deserve to be executed in the worst way possible, because you are considered a threat to human society, and we will never forgive you for this. So like I said, put the fries in the bag, you've been cooked since 2021. But anyways, that's all for my message. I also hope you all enjoyed me reciting the lyrics of Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar to my mother. This is Maddie signing off. See you soon.